I better start. I'm late. You're late. You're late, Silverman. You're late. Silverman! You're late. Right, hold on a second. Let me crop that. Oh, wait, no, you don't do it that way. You do it this way. So I'm still fidgeting, but I feel like you guys don't care. How come I thought I had crops for this guy? Let's just see something. Before you guys start yelling at me. Where is my crop? I don't have crop on this one? What, are you kidding me? So unprofessional. All right, hold on. Let me add a crop plugin to cell number 75 on layer number 7. And always remember, my friends, put it above the transform plugin. That way. See? All right, here we go. Dude, that looks shithouse. How come that's... Oh, dude, I can't do it this way. All right, hold on. Let's get rid of that. All right, never mind. Hold on. My ear itches. Radio. Radio1Guy. All right, hold on. Okay, almost there. I'll try something here. So if I go like that, and I go layer number 3. I got a new game, y'all. How come I don't see nothing? Doesn't look that good. All right, hold on. Oh, I know why. Way too much going on over here. All right, hold on. Okay, look at that. This one's called Activision Presents Demon Attack. And it looks a lot like, dude, am I not getting, hold on. No, I'm getting MIDI there. Fidgeting. Radio1Guy's fidgeting. I apologize. I just feel like, if I'm not early, I'm late. And if I'm late, but I'm still fidgeting and fixing things, I'm not really late. And I feel like you guys will be more forgiving. Maybe. All right, one more thing. Preferences. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I did wrong. Duh. You gotta open the file for the OSC, you later. Joystick, simulator. Then, see that? Okay, now we got it. Oh, okay, this game looks real challenging. But you know what? I bet I can do it anyway. Radio1Guy, OSC you later. Let's get rid of that then. All right. Let's see if we got that guy. Oh, look at him. Lucky. Whoops. Radio1Guy. Okay, I'm here. I can focus on you guys now. Let me make sure that we're getting proper bandwidth. I'm not even wearing my right hats. Oh boy, see what happens when you go on vacation and you come back? It wasn't a vacation, it was a gig. Is that what you're calling your work now, a vacation? Dude. Am I right? All right, hold on. Let me pull up the YouTube and see if you kids are with me or if you've given up. If you've given up, I understand. If you think Radio1Guy is just not what it used to be, I totally get it. But if you're willing to give me a second chance, I'd love you forever, y'all. Come on, please. Give Daddy a second chance. Radio1Guy. All right, here we go. My channel. Let me pull up the chat. 7 people watching. Not bad. Not bad, YouTube. What's up, y'all? Let me go back and make sure I acknowledge everybody proper. Lizard? Where is this fool? Let me tell you, Lie. We're deep in the vague.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Hello, though. Testing, says Caleb. Jim says, ow. Lisa says, I got nothing better on my end. Well, that makes 2 of us. Thank you for your honesty. Because I got nothing better here. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to bring you all my butt noggin.
Radio 1 Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
All right. Oh, Jim, spelling it out. That one guy. Hey. I love you guys. Oh, I do. Let's go over to... we got 9 people now. Look at this. Let's go over to Twitch, see what the vibe is. Man, last night, I had a real good idea of something I was going to make for this here radio show. It was a really good idea. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to give it away, but I was going to do it for today. Obviously didn't do it, so I'll do it for tomorrow. I mean, next time. I mean, tomorrow. I mean, next Monday. Radio 1 Guy. Whoops.
Rainbows on demand.
So is it just me, or does the Twitch app, is the Twitch app a drag? It's a drag, dude. I always pull it up. I can't see the chat that was there. I only see the chat that's gonna be there. And there ain't ever enough for me. You know, I didn't check all my triggers. Let's make sure. You know what? When I fly, I just flew, y'all. I flew to Portland twice for the second time. Total Groundhog's Day. And every time I fly, my triggers get mashed. So I have to triple check. Well, look at Twitch, man. Not getting any love over here. Where's everybody? All right, well, how about I go back over to YouTube then? Oh, wait, it says you guys are here. How come I can't see you? I'm gonna go back to YouTube, where I'm getting love, where I'm getting my loves on. Radio 1 Guy getting his loves on. And again, I apologize for no sound. Still screwed up in the jackhole. Whoopsie. Boy, do I got some fine tuning to do. Tuning and a dootin' and a boonin' and a do, yeah. Okay, how do I fix this? You're not supposed to see all that stuff. That's behind the scenes, y'all. Let me do some emergency cropping. Ooh, there we go. So let's crop out that. Just to the edge, because I want to be able to do my coffee ceremony. That one is really slick. I would not be surprised if I broke that saucer and cup by accident.
Magic Pipe-O-Matic.
Wouldn't be surprised. Why is this a thing? All right, you know why? I know why. Hold on a sec. Let me readjust my canopy. Canopy? What's for dinner? Canopies. What's for breakfast? Canopy soup. That's a little better. Not much, but a little. Ooh, you know what? Today over coffee, I had an idea for some new drops I gotta make. Oh, I should write those down. I'm so quick to forget things. So quick to forget things. All right, let's see what this looks like then. So let's see what this looks like then. Oh, looks good. Oh, that looks good, y'all. I'll push this back a hair. Yeah, look at me. Who's the pro? Who's the semi-pro over here? Who's riding AM for Birdhouse? This guy right here. Who can't even switch ollie? This guy right here. All right, so let's get this back. I think we are actually in the zone pretty good. Oh, wait, why did that look like that? Did you guys see that? Oh, that's my light. Is that this light? Holy macaroni. Okay, you know what? Let's crop that bad boy too. Sorry about that. Washed out.
Washed out.
All right, washed out. And actually, you know what? Before I go on Facebook, I'm doing one more thing. I don't care what names you guys call me. I'm going to take a look at my Shep's Omni mic channel preamp setting, make sure my output gain is properly matched.
Properly matched.
And how do I do that? I'll show you. I A/B it with my butt machine vocal sound, which actually sounds pretty damn good. So that means I'm going to go up a couple of dB. Like 1 dB. Oh, yeah. Here, let's A/B that. A/B that. Negative 8.8. What do you guys think? Sound about right? Sounds about right. Nah, more. Let's give it more. More juice, y'all. Radio One Guy. Let me tell you, a mouse pad, a trackpad, ain't a knob, no matter how bad it tries to be. All right, I think that's good. I think that's good. Oh, who's Mr. Perfectionist over here? Yeah. All right, so just about ready to go over to the Facebooks. Let me check out my Jabba Jab says, live to love. 3D magic. How much did I miss out on? Loving it? Not much. It streamed late. Yes, Jim. Thank you for taking the heat, my friend. I started late. I flew in from Portland, and boy, are my arms tired. And I went and got coffee before I set up all the stuff again. And boy, those decisions that we make sometimes aren't the right ones. Though I feel good. Sorry. Ow. Oh, yeah. Feeling good like we should. Feeling good like we should. There's another thing, though. Bringing the gnar from the vague. Frying up the vague on a fresh, hard-boiled egg. That doesn't make any sense if it's fried. You don't poach those bad boys unless you want to refry them. All right, that'll work. That's a pretty fat beat. That's what you kids call them these days, right? Fat beats, but you spell it P-H-A-T. I know what you guys are. I know what you kids are up to. Hey, how come I'm not getting no switchity switch? Oh, there it is. Boy, that's what we call MIDI latency over there. Okay, why is that so laggy? Whatever. I don't care. All right. Oh, rabbit. I got to share that real quick from our YouTube page. It says, fun fact, : last week, Lisa and I were sharing a headphone to catch your show at Red Rocks. You rule! Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Rabbit. You were at one of the beautifulest amphitheaters in the world, probably to see an epic, amazing show, and you were listening to us. You were tuning in, and that means quite a lot, I gotta say. I've gotten to play there twice, and I wouldn't have listened to my radio show. Nah, just kidding. I was actually thinking of broadcasting from there that second time I played there because I had this very show up and running, but I was too behind schedule. It rained and nobody got a sound check, including me. I was the first act on, and I had to go in cold and just, or come in hot, as they say, and just play and to kind of hope for the best. Better than the rest. Radio One Guy. All right, we better jump on Facebook here. I think if I have any friends over there, they're probably wondering, what the heck? Did your Albuquerque show sell out? No, that One Guy shows don't sell out on the whole. A few of them do. There's a few places where the kids are really into it, but on the whole, you shouldn't have any problem getting tickets. If the link is dead, let me know. That happens a lot. Pretty pretty frequently things aren't linked. So actually, let's go like this. It feels good to stand a little bit distance from my mic. Stand in the place where you work, right here. Think about the cards that you're springing in your hand. Stand. I got a new ratio I'm playing with, where argan oil and castor oil mix. I'll tell you about that in a second. Let me turn on my Facebook. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, just when you thought the ocean couldn't be any wetter, the water in the ocean, a little bit of salt, and you can't float with a hole in your toboggan. Radio 1 Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
Radio 1 Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
I made that up. I just freestyled that. I feel like it's always smart. Not smart, but it's good form to start the show with a freestyle rhyme. Just one freestyle rhyme. That's all we need before we put on the old fresh slabs.
Fresh slabs.
You guys seem to like this one. Actually, I was playing at the Fairy Worlds Festival yesterday, and the day before. I was there for a few days, and during my set on Friday, somebody requested Frosty the Snowman. So, for those of you friends of mine that come to the live shows too and make apt callbacks, I appreciate you. Radio 1 Guy. Hey, nice to see you. Let's check out. Oh, Jabba Jab says, ha, I got both argon and castor oil. Let me tell you, those are the important ones. Jojoba oil or jojoba oil, however you say it. They all told me it was necessary. I beg to differ. I don't miss it. Sweet almond oil, whatevs. Doesn't seem to make a difference with this mess right here. What's the other one? Argan oil, sweet oil. Oh, grapeseed oil. Who cares? Let's leave the grapes for folks to step on with their bare feet and make us some sweet, sweet wine. How about that? We don't got to be everything to everybody all the time. Radio 1 Guy. Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Let me go over to my, it's weird, I don't see my, oh, there it is, my Facebook app, so I can check in with you kids. Let me mess with my high pass filter here on the old. Whoa! Dropping things, sorry about that. Hey, where is he? Oh, here he is. What's going on? Oh, let's bring up some motion on the old, that doesn't need to be there anymore. The preferences for my video game here. I got a new video game. Hey, I just got a brand new video game. How'd you guys like to come over and play a little? Radio 1 Guy. All right, here we go. All right, now I'm checking into my Facebook account. Sean Hansen says, "Ow, all the way from Hampton, New Brunswick, Canada land." Good on you, Sean. Thank you. Almond butter. Yeah, maybe almond butter. I was talking about sweet almond oil, but let me tell you something. Kurt Hayes can't wait for the new album. Can you give us a sneak peek? Maybe. Probably not this episode, but I was planning on doing that next episode, so tell your friends. I need to put together a couple of visual aids so the album makes sense, because this album is it's a confusing endeavor. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It needs context, is what I'm saying. I feel like the deeper I'm getting into my whoa. The deeper I'm getting into my what the hell am I trying to say here? My career. My career. My career is a professional music guy, magic pipe player. The more abstract things seem to be getting, the better I get at this, the more difficult it seems to be to listen to. Don't ask me why. I'm just following my bliss, following my muse. So for those of you sticking with me throughout the years, I sure do appreciate it. For those of you forgiving me for being such a weirdo, I triple, double, quadruple appreciate it.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
For those of you having patience with this here radio show, Radio1Guy, where a weirdo like me can broadcast his weirdoness to a bunch of weirdos. That's you guys. I appreciate that.
Fresh slabs.
You know I say that with love. Sean says, we want peaks. I know. Believe me, I want to give you peaks. I didn't make this thing to not give you peaks. But, you know, the harder you look, the harder it is to find, my friend. Yes, Jacob. Wiser words have not been spoken today. Thank you. Hopefully we can speak some more wise words, though. I'd like to think. Stan Card is watching. Did y'all hear? Did y'all get the memo? I did. What's up, Stan? Stan the man. Charlotte. Excited to see you, too. Y'all got to come to my magic show. I'm telling you, it's it's worth it. Get back to this. Get back to that. Let's see what we got here. It's got fresh slabs. Let's see something. I'll put this way over here so I can. Hey, that wasn't as smooth as your promo video, guy. I know. I'll clean it up. Hey, what are your feelings out there about low-pass filters? Especially for Frosty the Snowman albums. What are your feelings on that? I thought so. Oh, you know what? I can't do that at the same time. All right, I'll work. Jeez. Knocking things over. Look at me. Breathe. Slow down. Too much coffee. Chill out, dog. Too much coffee. Charlotte says the best magic show ever. Thank you, Charlotte. Yes, I'm everyone go. Thank you, Charlotte. You guys rule. I'm going to have to go ahead and agree with you on that one. It's a pretty damn good magic show. For those of you that don't know what she's talking about, I do a magic show before my music show, and I'm doing it on this tour, but you have to sign up separately. I apologize for that. We keep it as a small little close-up magic show. So there's only usually 10 or 20 or 15 or 11 people, something more between there. Sometimes a little less, even. Sometimes a little more, but mostly less. Radio1Guy. I'm gonna fly around with the boys. Flying around with the boys. Digital boys. Hey, you boys. I'm gonna play the video game too. Moving around with the boys, firing the buttons too. I'm gonna shoot the little boys, no offense, and I'm gonna move around my little head. Ow, wow, wow, wow. Digital boys. Ooh, that's the theme of the show, I think. Sometimes you stumble on stuff. Tiff Gordon on our Facebook page says, that one Monday, my favorite day of the week. Merry Monday, everybody.
Radio 1 Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
Thank you. Thank you, Tiff. I love you guys. It's, Claire Hamilton says I got my ticket. Sweet. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I promise. You kids are cracking me up over there on your digital computers. So, yes, these are all fun things coming down the pipe. New ideas, fresh swag, new music, no MIDI lag, lower buffer sizes, quicker Atari 2600 games, Radio 1 Guy, digital boids. They got me. You got me, Odell. This is a very surprisingly playable game. I think it's because you can move so fast. Let's try this again. For those of you not looking to the left side of your screen, you'll notice a very large joystick. That's the magic pipe. Game interface apparati, which allows us to do things like this. Digital boids, come on. Oh, there it comes. All right, let's go. See, maybe it's hard. See, actually, when I start trying to play it, I can't do it, but when I'm screwing around, come on. These guys are fast, but I'm faster. Radio 1 Guy. Digital boids, we can navigate while we play the game. We can play the jazz and shoot the boids, and we don't feel the pain when the boids shoot us back. Oh, I'm gonna get them. Oh, I just cleared that level. See that? And now the boids are different colors because I'm making advancements. And I'm quicker than the others. Digital boids, funky jazz, shooting the boids as fast as I can. Freestyle rhyming and scatting. Radio 1 Guy, straight from Manhattan. No, it ain't, that's a lie. I'm bringing the gnar from the vague every Monday. Radio 1 Guy.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
Radio 1 Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
That was pretty good. Just improvising for you kids, because I know you like this kind of thing. Let me jump over to my YouTube page and make sure all my pals have showed up. Jabba Jab says, come back to Minnesota. Well, guess what? You're in luck. We got,
Dang, Pops, what you got there?
We got dates. You guys know. Oh, let's try this again. Remember this? That's my tour. I wasn't supposed to loop. All right, let's slow it down just a hair. Yeah, we're playing in Minneapolis on here. Let me look for it. It's right here, I think. Well, look at that. There it is. November 2nd, that's my brother's birthday. And we're celebrating it in Minneapolis at the Caboose. That is the venue that the hippies choose. Come on down Saturday, November 2nd to the Caboose. Radio 1 Guy. That's going to be a fun one. Let's move it up a little bit, see what else we got. Oopsie. Dang. I think I'd be better at this. These are the other dates. Boom, 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 boom. Write them down. We got gigs. We're coming to your town.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Yeah, so see us here. See us here. You can follow us on social media. I don't know why I feel like such a schmuck when I push that there button. I'd rather push the button that says
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Or the button that says
Radio 1 Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
Or that one too. Yes, NOLA. John, yes, we're playing in La Crosse. The lacrosse gig at the warehouse in La Crosse, Wisconsin. That was one of the very first gigs I ever played on my very first tour. Steve Harm from the awesome all-ages venue, which is a rarity in La Crosse, Wisconsin, called the Warehouse, opened my package that I sent him with my compact disc and my Vidya tape. And he gave me a gig, sight unseen. And I've been playing there ever since. The only hard part is loading up 3 flights of stairs.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
I'm telling you, it's hard. You're playing at Gabe's. True that, Chuck. Chuck says you're really risking it playing at Gabe's. Every time you play there, the floor gets closer to collapsing. You are so correct, y'all. But you know what? Rock and roll is risky business.
Radio 1 Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
And that's the way we do it. Oh, Denise from our YouTube page says, can you please say goodnight to Noah? Please? Yes, I can. Good night, Noah. Thank you for listening to Radio 1 Guy. And tonight, to Noah we sing. Bring the gnar from the vague, a lullaby with a fresh egg. Bring in sleepy toboggans, and transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
Radio 1 Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
Of course I can. That was for you, Noah. A little lullaby. Hopefully that wasn't too scary of a lullaby. But it's got to be a little scary. It keeps it fun. You know what I'm saying?
But it's fun. But it's fun. But it's fun.
But it's fun. Oh yeah. Fun times. Portland, yeah. Devin Hall from our Facebook page says, when you come into Portland, I just told you. Here, let's do it again. Speed it up a little. Oh, here we go. Let's look for the Portland date. It's towards the end. Here we come. Colorado, Salt Lake City, Boise, Idaho, Missoula, Montana. Ooh, see, we're getting right up to the Pacific Northwest. There we go. Hold on. Ooh, watch this. Barboza, Seattle. I think it's the next one. Oh no, Wild Buffalo in Bellingham, Washington. Doug Fir, November 22nd. Hey, what's a Doug Fir? To play gigs at, silly. Radio 1 Guy. Cody asks about Grand Junction. I don't know why we're not doing that one this one. I love that place. We're gonna do another tour. When I say we, I mean this guy, of course. Ow! But yeah, we'll be there. I apologize. Okay. But yeah, or all the dates. For those of you wondering, just go over to the tour page. Chances are, I'm playing in a town near yous. I hope. I'd appreciate it. Steve Ruiz says, can you show the dates again, please? But faster? I can't do that, Steve. It's not professional. There we go. Write those down. I'm getting better at promo. You can, as you can see, I've been putting in the work, getting a little better at the promo game. What's up, Dreads? What's up, Denise? What's up, Caleb? I'm going back to YouTube. I said hello to a lot of you already. The Walrus 420. I didn't say hello to you. Oh, yeah. Back to the Facebook. Going back and forth. Any thoughts on playing with Buckethead again? Of course. Always thinking of that. Someday. I just never know when. It just happens. So that's one of those planets aligning thing. You'll see the monolith is pointing this way, and then this Jupiter's here, and the moons, Titan, Europa. And then you'll see the Earth, and then you'll see the sun setting, and the ape with the bone, throwing it in the air, and the whole thing. And usually, that's when we do that kind of thing. So keep the faith, y'all. Oh, no way. Tina Alexander from our Facebook page says, shout out to my son Fisher. Happy birthday, Fisher. Happy birthday. Indeed. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fisher. Happy birthday to our man, this is getting funner. I like good nights. I like happy birthdays. Fun times. Frankenstein Brothers ride again. I know, John. Believe me. Believe you me. I want to do it. It'll happen. It'll happen. I feel like the cyclical nature of the Frankenstein Brothers feels like about 4-ish years. Although it's been more than 4 years, but we did a bunch of stuff in 2006, a bunch of stuff in 2008, a bunch of stuff in 2012, not a lot of stuff in 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, maybe 20, who knows? Maybe FB 2020, we'll see. Never say never. Radio 1 Guy, never say never. Oh, glad you like that, Tina. You know what? I gotta say, Happy Birthday is a solid compositional piece of music. The first couple times I was requested to play that one, I just would feel my way around the magic pipe and go, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I do it in a jazzy way. And I look like a shoe. Ow! You know, that kind of thing. Improvise. But, you know what I'm saying. Douglas. Dougie's birthday too? For real? Perfect timing on the happy birthday. It's mine too, Fisher. Okay, Dougie. Let's do another one. I'm gonna do you a jazzy one. Let's get a better angle on this one too. Hold on a sec. Here we go. Oh, actually, let's pan out a little bit. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dougie. Happy birthday to you. Ow. How do I turn that part off? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Mike McDermott on our YouTube page says, Miss Stacy and I enjoyed both of your sets at Fairy Worlds. Yes. This weekend, y'all, I played at Fairy Worlds and had a wonderful time. For those of you that were here last week and got here in time for me to tell my sad, sad story of me accidentally flying myself all the way to Portland and a week early for a festival that was last week. I'm a bit of a superstitious kind of guy, and what I did is started thinking, well, now I'm gonna screw something else up. I'm gonna screw something else up. That's what I thought. I'm gonna screw something else up. And I didn't. I was on fire. I had a great set Friday and a really great set Saturday. I was looser on Saturday, but I thought my comedic timing on Friday was a little more on the money. On the money, y'all. You know what I mean. Oh, actually, you know what? I got an idea. Oh, I got an idea. Let's see something here. Two galaxies in a land far away. Let's take it to the depths of space, if I can find it in time today. Radio1Guy, bringing the gnar from the vague.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Bringing the good stuff. Let's see what we got in the black hole here. In the black hole comes teacups, saucers indeed. It's single origin coffee time.
Naturally processed.
Oh, let me try this again.
V60, single origin, third wave, single origin.
Single origin. It is. And just like last week, y'all. Let's pull this up a little. We're featuring. This is my favorite new coffee shop in town here. Dark Moon. It's very far away. I have to drive on 2 different freeways to get there. And this stuff right here, let me tell you, it is washed to perfection. Not natural process. It's the opposite. The opposite. So let's get a little of this going. Save a little for later. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, and Matt Langston on our Facebook page says, how do you take your coffee? Everybody knows the answer to that. Black like my metal. Oh, yeah. Black like my Norwegian black metal. You know the drill. Actually, it's funny it's funny you bring that up. I just started
single origin.
I just started revisiting the whole Dark Throne catalog. I celebrate their whole catalog, but mostly Transylvanian Hunger. That's the one. That's the one that kids can't stop singing along to. And then my dear friend Nose of drums and tuba fame, New Orleans resident artist par excellence. He just turned me on to another Black Wreath. He's all into Black Wreath or Black Wreath. Is that how you say it? He likes them. So I started listening to them's yesterday. Oh, I sound so square talking about my Norwegian black metal. You guys believe me. You believe me that I listen to that stuff. I do.
Set the controls for the heart of the butt noggin.
Oh, we will. Just give us a little time. Give us just a little more time, and our butt noggin will surely grow. Ah, there we are. Woodsy is watching. Jeff says Dark Moon is the best in town. Ain't it, though? It's brand new. They don't need me advertising them. They're kicking enough tuchus on their own. But if I could explain to you what this Kenya stuff tastes like, it's, as you know, I'm more into natural process, single origins.
Third way single origin.
But this one's not a natural, it's a washed. See? I'll show you. Wait, no, that doesn't look good if I do it that. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Can you read that? Read that. I'm reaching. Excuse me, I got the coffee burps. Please. Pardon moi. Yes, and then not only are they not using the Kalita wave over there, they'll if you ask nicely, my homie Mark or my homie Eric will, or my homie Mary Lou too, they'll flip out. And that other guy as well. They'll flip out the old V60.
V60.
And they'll give you a proper pour over with proper flowage, proper grind size. As most of you know with the Kalita wave, you're kind of locked into a certain grind because it's going to drain the way it's going to drain versus the V60.
V60.
That's got more flow control. But you got to know what you're doing. You can't just start pouring that stuff. It won't work. I mean, it'll work, but it won't work. But it'll work. Yeah, so Mr. Frogo Kako from our YouTube page says back to V60, and you are correct. We are very much indeed back to V60. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see one thing here. You know what? I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do that just yet because it'll give it away. And I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm not ready to give it away, though I do enjoy the funk punk stylings of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Man. There's some detail. There's some detail in that stuff. It's just delish. Let's get another GLS shader going. I'm not wild about this one. Dude. You can do better than this. Ew. That's pretty. Pretty. God, I got a lot of work to do. I'm not going to tell you what I have planned because then if I don't do it, you guys won't make fun of me. That's a triple negative. Yeah, I got some ideas with these shaders. I just have to get with the mind bender on that one. I got some mind bending consulting to do. And we're gonna collaborate and try to make some magic. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. Can that one guy get it together? Can he? At the last minute, as usual. Radio1Guy. Wait until the last minute.
Guaranteed.
That was an impromptu drop. Ooh, here comes a coffee question coming in from Chris from our Facebook page. Have you tried the V60 in the Clever Dripper? Might be a good match in the butt noggin. Ooh, I like the way you're thinking. Well, let me tell you, it is a good match. I have one of those. I have a Clever. I have one. I do like it. Initially, I thought that the cleaver was the best dripping method for single origin V60 V60 style pour over that it couldn't be beat. Why, you ask, what makes it better than the other pour-over methods? I'll tell ya, it's got a little lever in the bottom. That's why they call it a clever. It's got a lever that restricts the flow of the water as it goes through the grounds. So you can immerse the grounds a little longer or a little shorter. It's up to you. Pick your style and immersion that you prefer from the clever brewer. So that's what I thought. Oh, why am I laughing? That wasn't that funny. It was kind of funny, but it was more jazzy than funny. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the clever. But then, see, if you talk to the purists, and I've been talking to a lot of coffee snobs that are even snobbier than me. Is that my imagination, or is that look? Oh no, that's okay. Even snobbier than yours truly, and they all keep going back to the V60. They seem to think that the V60 is the best. Am I brave enough to do it? No, I'm not. Dude, don't do it. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I know why I did that. Hold on. Okay. Scary. Careful. No. Holy shit, this looks cool. Coffee spinning in a psychedelic way. Resolute video feedback, MIDI mapped parameters tweaking all day, and we get into the trippy stuff. V60 pour over, I can't get enough.
V60.
Single origin.
Third wave. Single origin. Third single origin.
Hopefully that's not making you guys too dizzy. Ow. Ooh, good question. Here, let me, that's way too psychedelic. I'll bring that back. That's a great affect. Here, hold on. I got a question to read from our Facebook page. Matt, again, coming in hot on the coffee questions. If you had your own signature blend, what would you name it? Let me think about this. I know what I'd name it.
Radio1Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
That's what I name it. If they could fit that on the bag, I wouldn't, you know what, if the graphic designer for the coffee roaster came back to me and said, that one guy, we need a shorter name. Well, you know what? I'd come up with one. Oh, you know what we could call it?
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Call it that too. I don't know. Ooh, that one coffee, that one blend coffee. Nice one, Dre. You guys are here when I need you with the you know, because the thing is, what's this keep saying to me? Oh yeah, the thing is, I'm gonna go back to this one here. Damn, now I'm confused. Yeah, that one blend coffee. I like that. I think less is more a lot of times. A lot of times less is more. Even though, it's hard to tell that I believe in that from here. Oh, hi. Oops. Let me crop that over. Okay, a couple more coffee questions. Sean Smith says, that one dark roast. Thing is, though, if you roast it too dark, you get those beautiful roasty flavors, but you miss out on the, what does it say? Hey, where are the notes? I thought there were notes on here. You miss out on the blackberry flavors. You know what I'm saying? Like the cherry flavors of the coffee cherry flavor coffee. Raul's got a question. I've been waiting for somebody to ask me this. Do you drink CBD coffee? Sometimes. Depends. It turns out I'm allergic to MCT oil, which is very often the carrier oil for the CBD oil, which is very often played instrumentally by Rush with the YYZ oil, which is very often played by Psychedelic Revisionists' XTC oil, which is very often when you put the STP oil in your engine while listening to the Stone Temple Pilots oil, you'll have issues. Oh, yes, you will. It creates food allergies. True story. MCT oil, in my case. So thus, I no longer recommend the MMA oil strategy of Bulletproof Coffee MCT oil. I don't do it no more. I used to. I don't put stuff in my coffee anymore. I just drink it straight from the butt noggin. Straight from the noggin butt. The good stuff. And that's not to say... There we go. Ooh, that looks nice. That's not to say there's not other options out there. And that's not to say that you kids can't try. Experiment. I encourage you to experiment. Just be careful. I found out the hard way. Oh man, I'm Ooh, Ted says, be careful with the midnight oil. Oh yeah. I mean, the Australian coffee revolution, true story, is about 10 years ahead of us. So the midnight oil, the time has come to drink the oil, the MCT and the CBD and the XTC and the STP and the YYZ. Oh my God, speaking of YYZ, any of you Rush fans go to the Rush movie last week? Anybody? It was on Wednesday. I've been dying to talk about this. I'm glad you reminded me with your CBD, XTC, BBD, ABC, the East Coast family. Boys to Men are going on. Not too hard, not too soft. It's long overdue, and now we got it. Boys to Men, ABC, BBD, XTC, XYZ. God damn, we're on fire tonight, y'all. Oh, don't forget the GHB. Good one, Damien. GHB. Oh, I was thinking of HGH. If you want to grow up taller, then drink some HGH. When you're a kid, it'll make your joints abnormally big. But it might fix some other problems. I had some friends when I was kids. They were forced to drink HGH when they were kids. I'm not recommending any of this, by the way. Don't do any of this. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a butt noggin.
Radio 1 Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
What's GHB? NKOTB. Oh, I'll never forget NKOTB. Step by step, ooh baby, gonna get to you, girl. Step 1, we could have lots of fun.
Step 2,
there's so much we can do.
Step 3,
it's just you and me.
Step 4,
I could give you more.
Step 5,
Don't you know that the time has arrived? Step by step, ooh baby, gonna get to you, girl. Step by step, ooh baby, really want you in my world. That reminds me of another thing. Back in the day, I have a band way back in the day. This goes way back. This is pre-Hedgehogs even. I'm going to share that with you. I got a little box which is going to allow me to plug my VCR straight into the butt noggin here. Because I got these old videos of my old band. We used to play New Kids on the Block covers, unironically, because we were a top 40 band that would play the top 40 hits of the day. But to show the audience that we weren't too serious and that we kind of didn't dig the New Kids, man, because, New Kids on the Block, I would play a bass solo with a New Kids on the Block Jordan action figure. That's how tough I was. That's what a tough guy I was. So for those of you still looking forward to things, they're coming down the pipe. I promise. Radio 1 Guy. Tori SG, I am sorry to hear that. Looks like we got some. I'm going to give you the best, my friend. That is a promise. I am always here to cheer us up with all the good butt noggin energy that I can muster. And all our love goes to you, Tori, that's for sure. So, keep the faith, my friend. Let me jump over here. I got so many plans of things I want to try to lift the vibes. So, Dan asks, play the Wimp. That's actually an old Hedgehog song. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, that would be a good cover song. I wonder if I could do it. You know what's weird? The Wimp is a Fabulous Hedgehogs. That's my other old band song from way back in the day. Some of you remember. Most of you don't, because probably most of you weren't born yet. But a lot of you were, and might have even been there. And if you were, I find that very awesome and cool and interesting. And why am I bringing that up? Because I have I saw that somebody was posting this the other day about weird dreams, like when you have a dream about an old job or showing up to high school without any pants on or showing up to high school in a revealing green screen suit. Oh, I don't recommend it. Radio 1 Guy. But the funny thing is me, the dreams I have, and I don't know why this happens like this. I have fabulous hedgehogs dreams. And this is a true story. I have them all the time, especially lately, and I have not talked to my brothers in quite a while. All the guys in the Hedgehogs, we were brothers, but you know, as it happens, when you're in a rock and roll band, everybody goes on with their lives, and it's hard to keep up always with old friends, but that's not an excuse. I will reach out at some point, and there's always the possibility, I was thinking of putting a reunion together at some point, but that's the dream that I have. I have these dreams that we booked a fabulous Hedgehogs reunion gig, and initially, the excitement and the response to the announcement of the reunion was so big, so people were so excited that we booked it at the Oakland Coliseum, a huge place that holds, you know, like 20,000 people, even though, you know, I don't think more than 43 people would come see us normally at a normal gig. But this one was going to be different. And then I'd get to the gig, and of course we never rehearsed. I couldn't get it together. I hadn't touched my upright bass in a long time. And I get it to the gig, and the bridge isn't on it, and the strings aren't on it, and the guys are looking at me like, what's going on, Radio 1 guy? What's going on, Mikey Sliver Snout? And so I find somebody to give me a ride, and we go all over town looking for a bridge. And all this time goes by, and then by the time I get back to the gig, everybody's left. There's no audience there anymore. And it's just me and the Hedgehogs. I have that dream over and over and over again. It's a really awful feeling. I can't explain, because I want so bad to play, you know? Can't do it. You been there, right? You guys been there? Whoops. Stress. Yep, it's a total stress dream. I wish I was easier. I wish I was easy like Sunday morning more often. But it's not.
But it's not. But it's not.
I feel like I was about to sneeze. Hold on a second. One second. There we go.
But it's fun. But it's not. But it's fun.
Radio 1 Guy. Yeah, it's probably stress. You're right. Who said that? Let me go back. Tanya, yes, stress for sure. Raoul asks, are you homies with Les Claypool? You know what? I've met Les Claypool. And Representative, Mr. Vice President, you are no Les Claypool. Yes, I met Les a few times. He was a big hero of mine. Still is. I love Les. I think I can't understate the influence that a young That One Guy had. A young Les Claypool had on a young That One Guy, and continues to have. An old Les Claypool on an old That One Guy. We're still, and so, yeah, I used to go, actually, you know what, I'm going to show you guys something. Oh, you know what, I don't have it, though. Maybe I do. Let me see if it's here. What is it you're asking? I'll show you, Smarty Pants. Just give me a second. Radio 1 Guy, I'll show you, Smarty Pants. Oh, did I put that in the other composition? I think I did. I stink at this. Oh, you stink. Can't do anything right, dummy. I'm talking to myself, by the way. Oh, wait. No, this may be it. All right. I found a Facebook group. I think I told you guys about this. On Facebook. That deals with the Berkeley Square. Excuse me. See, I knew that was coming. All you gotta do is stare into the light. Stare into the light and let it go. Sneak preview. I'm not gonna tell you what, though. It's so much fun. So much fun. It's key stuff. Hold on. All right, sorry. I don't got a cold or nothing. Something's making me sneeze. Maybe it's the dust. Maybe. So anyway, where was I? Let's try this. Let's do these. Let's put this little guy over here, cause I want to see what's going on. So anyway, the Berkeley Square, for those of you that don't know, Berkeley, California, of course, not Berkeley College of Music, Berkeley, Cali. Very, very important place in the musical world back in a lot of times, but specifically the late 80s, early 90s. Let me tell you, y'all, that was the place to be, and I was so lucky. I was in a very impressionable young age, and I just got to see the best shows in the world for $5 and nobody being there. You know, this is when everybody was not huge and famous yet. I'm talking about Primus, I'm talking about the Limbo Maniacs, I'm talking about Fungo Mungo. Did I tell you guys about this? Let me see something. How do I do this? Layer two, and then we can do manipulations. That was so this was on this Facebook page I was telling you about. This guy posts the old Berkeley Square ads, and I was trying to explain to a friend of mine just a few days ago, because I was thinking about this very thing, about how there was this golden period for me, and maybe this happens to everybody, between the ages of, say, 15 and like 25. I don't know if it's an age thing, but I felt like I literally knew every single band that was doing a thing or happening or was a thing. And I would look at these Berkeley Square ads, and I knew every single band. All of them. I didn't know them all personally, but almost all of them. I mean, see, look. Rancid would play there, Machine Head, the Voodoo Glow Skulls. See, this is before, the guy even spelled it right. He wrote Voodoo Glow Skull. That's Omar's fault. He was the guy that owned the Berkeley Square. Come on, Omar, get it together, man. The Mo-Fessionals were coming up. Sister Double Happiness. Look at this. This is so crazy. Flaming Lips. This is a small little place, by the way. Little place. All right, here we go. Let's check this one out. All right, watch this. This is crazy. Crazy, I tells you. Berkeley Square, nightclub and restaurant, 1333 University Avenue, Berkeley. Long gone. Long gone. Damn, screwed it up. Okay. Skank and Pickle, Private Culture. Okay, see the band opening for Skank and Pickle? They're called The Other Kind. That's my friend Todd Sickafoos's band. He's now the bass player for Ani DeFranco. But we played in the orchestra together when we were 17 years old. Pillbox, Magic Bobs. Oh, Overwhelming Color Fast. Butch Vig produced their album, who also produced a little band, I don't know if you ever heard of them, called Nirvana. The Melvins, Voodoo Opera. That was another band, and those guys were younger than, they were sophomores when I was senior. And they were the same. They were the opposite of The Other Kind. They were yin and yang. Those two bands. Highly recommended. Maybe some of you were there. Smokin' Rhythm Prawns. They were another funk thrash. Psychofunkopus. Hello. They played the all that stuff that we loved, that we know and loved. The Dickies, legendary. Fire Hose. Oh my God, Curveball. So Curveball was like a Motown review band, but it featured Curveball, who's the second drummer of Primus, I think. Primus has had like 7 drummers, and Curveball was in one of the early incarnations. So let's keep going here. Look at this. This is heavy. This is heavy stuff, y'all. Let's zoom in a little. Boy, whoa. Let's see. Groove Shop, Psychofunkopus again, the Dickies, Fire Hose, Mr. T Experience. Remember them? Dizzy Bam, another funk thrash outfit. Lunch with God, funk thrash. That was the big thing in the Bay Area. Boy, I miss these times. Overwhelming Color Fast. I knew the bass player. Counting Crows. Look at that. I mean, this is before they got their record deal, so probably nobody was at that gig. I betcha. Fungo Mungo. Look at that. Jeez, these are old. I'm going to keep going. Hope you guys don't mind. This is a little trip down memory lane. A little trip down memory lane for that one guy here. Let's go all the way back. Berkeley Square. Nightclub and restaurant, 1333 University Avenue in Berkeley. Green Day, look at that. Heard of them? Didn't think so. There's nobody came to that gig. The organization, they were a funk thrash side project of Death Angel. True story. The Arsonists, I guess I didn't know them. Handsome Poets. The Jenny Thing, I knew both those bands. Okay, here we go. The Blue Chunks. So the first Primus Berkeley Square gig I ever saw, the Blue Chunks were opening, and it was a life-changing experience. Primus completely broke my brain, and so did the Blue Chunks. The funk thrash stylings of the Blue Chunks. And the Mofessionals, which were a live hip-hop outfit. Also very, very good, very professional, the Mofessionals. All right, hold on a sec. Let's try this. Let's go back to the top here. Hold on. Okay, this is going to be a good one. You guys are going to like this one. Have a feeling you'll like this one. Berkeley Square Nightclub and Restaurant, 1333 University Avenue in downtown Berkeley. Talented Tuesdays. Sorry. I wasn't trying to be funny. The Blue Chunks, okay, they started headlining after that. After those first couple Primus shows where they opened up for Primus, and then they would play a couple of parties, Berkeley parties, people started. So then TSOL came to town. Remember when TSOL came to town? The Untouchables, Mofessionals opening. Puzzlefish, okay, here we go. They were an up-and-coming funk thrash band with 10 Pound Tuna, very Mike Patton influenced. All right, Manny Man and the Smoking Section. Oh, they were the best of all the funk thrash bands, in my opinion. Never got their due. Hobo, ex-members of, what was that band called? Ska band. Uptones. Sorry, I knew it. Hobo. Disciples of Ed, also a funk thrash outfit. Paul's God. The Fabulous Hedgehogs ended up doing lots of gigs with Paul's God. Okay, Halloween Party with the Deli Creeps. Ever heard of them? I have. Angel of Thorns, that was the booking guy from the Berkeley Square. He would shoehorn his band on there sometimes. He was a Berkeley staple. You would see him around a lot. Strictly Roots, Mad Dog Theater, MC Breed. Female funk, what's that? Love Props, that's my ex-girlfriend's band. I think I was at that gig. That was before she was my ex-girlfriend. That was before I was her ex-boyfriend. Let's go back a little more here. Sorry, I'm gonna go through all these. I just have to. These are two. Okay, this is a weird looking ad. Let's see. I just don't want to. Okay, Fungo Mungo, Cold October. They were kind of a. What would you call that band? Okay. 9 Red Roses with special guest Swallow My Pride. I played in that band. I played bass. Limbo Maniacs with special guests the Blue Chunks. Limbo Maniacs with Brain on drums, who played with Buckethead, who played with Guns N' Roses, who played with Limbo Maniacs, who played with Curveball. He was the drummer in Curveball, while Curveball, who was the drummer in Primus, was the lead singer in Curveball. See? With special against the Blue Trunks. Let's keep going. Hoi Polloi and the Stymies. Oh, see? New Year's Eve with Primus. This is a small club, y'all. This is like a 200-seat club. And we'd go see Primus on New Year's Eve. It was all ages. We could go to this. Imagine being a little 15-year-old, that one guy with a beard that looked almost just like this, going to see a Primus for $5, $8 probably on New Year's. Mind-blowing. Totally life-changing to see a show like that. They were every bit as powerful back then as they are now. But imagine seeing them in a small little place. I'm telling you, it was a cosmically psychic beatdown. Let me go back to some more of these here. This is really fun. I don't care if you guys don't like this. I am really into this right now. Berkeley Square, nightclub and restaurant, 1333 University Avenue in downtown Berkeley. All right, Groove Shop, Flaming Lips. You know what? Maybe we saw this one already, but okay, Sam I Am. Here, this is the Berkeley punk contingent, which Green Day was a part of. Sam I Am. Bent, formerly Ultraman. Mother Hips, old school hippie band, pre-Fish, pre-String Cheese Incident. They were the ones. Sister Double Happiness, we've seen that a couple times. I never saw them, but it was the guy from that other band. Anyway, Engines of Aggression, Inca, they were the local big-time reggae guys thing. Stereolab. Who's that? Who's Stereolab? Oh, Stereolab. Tripping Daisy. Okay, see at the bottom? It says Tripping Daisy. Dallas, Texas is Tripping Daisy. The Hedgehogs were on that show. What show? This show, silly. Hold on, I'll show you. This show right here. That show. See, it says Tripping Daisy right there. The Fabulous Hedgehogs did that gig. See? All right, hold on a sec. Let me go back. Okay, let's keep going. Keep going. We're making good time here. Plowing ahead. All right. Berkeley Square, nightclub and restaurant, 1333 University Avenue in downtown Berkeley. All right, what we got? Lawsuit. Oh man, the Loved Ones, which became the Supernaturals, which became the Originals, and then the new Originals. That's Bart Davenport's band. Buck Naked and the Bare Bottom Boys. Are you kidding me? Actually, that is one of the most important things I've ever seen, because you couldn't see Buck Naked in the... Can you see the picture of Buck Naked? I wish you could. It's kind of small, I know. Here, I'm talking about this picture right here. Whoop. Can you see that picture right there of Buck Naked and the Bare Bottom Boys? Buck Naked, that was his name. That was the name. That was his original name. He would come out with a big cowboy hat and his guitar and a scarf around his neck, real cowboy-like, and then completely naked. But he'd have a plunger. He'd have a plunger strategically placed over his private parts so nobody could see. And the first time I saw that show, I remember thinking, wow, you can do whatever you want. There's no limits. It really, it had quite a profound experience on me. And actually, I remember telling my dad about that show, and he didn't believe me. And you couldn't look things up on the internet back then. And for a Hanukkah present, he gave me a plunger with a little inscription on it, encouraging me to be my own guy, if you know what I mean. So Buck Naked is a very important one. He had a kind of a tragic end, and it wasn't his fault, that's for sure. I'll let you guys read up on that one. It was a bummer. And Les Claypool and him were very tight, very good friends. So he was part of that whole scene coming up. I was too young to be friends with these guys. I wish I was, but I was coming up. I was just a fan. Still am a fan. Let's see. What am I missing here? Oopsie. Oh, is it number 2? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Let's keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the energy. I can't read this. Okay, Smoking Rhythm Prawns, Psychofunkopus, Puzzle. Okay, look at that one. Here's a great example. Psychofunkopus, see that right there? With Puzzlefish, that was the other band. Look at the opening band. A little band called the Deftones. Oh, they must not be very popular yet because they spelled their name wrong. It's not Deftones, it's Deftones. They were the opening band for 2 bands that you've never heard of that never became anything. So that's what I'm talking about here, y'all. See, look across the way, you see Puzzlefish. Their name's in lights. the lights. So let's keep going. Gavin Gannon, Angel of Thorns again. Overwhelming Color Fast, I told you about them. The organization Liquid Sky, they were a popular band. Don't know what happened to them. Let's keep going here. Oh, it just gets better. Look at this. Look at this. It keeps getting better. Berkeley Square, nightclub and restaurant, 1333 University Avenue in downtown Berkeley. Lunch with God, Fuzz Factor, Angel of Thorns, getting shoehorned on the bill again. Green Things, Cottonhead Hobo, Skank and Pickle. Oh, wait a minute. I showed you guys this one already. Sorry. But look, the Melvins with the Voodoo Opera. I should ask Mikey Weiss, the bass player of the Melvins that went on to play in the Dancehall Crashers. I should ask him what it was like to open for the Melvins while still in Voodoo Opera. That right there. I will sometime. We haven't talked in a while. He lives in New York City. Okay, let's keep going. Berkeley Square, 1333, nightclub and restaurant, University Avenue in Berkeley. Vomit Launch, Flophouse, Mordred. Okay, here we go. Mordred was, forget about Kid Rock, y'all. Mordred was the first band ever that I saw to really truly mix heavy metal and DJ, all right? For real, y'all. They were like Metallica with a DJ, and this is in 88. This is like 10 years pre Limp Bizkit, pre Kid Rock, all right? So don't go, before you go telling me what's what. Chicken butt. Okay, so let's get back to this Mordred gig. See that band right there? Swallow My Pride? I was playing bass in that band. And so that was the gig that I was at. 2-Bit Thief. They would get on a lot of these gigs. They were good. They were fun. I think the guy was... I'm not going to tell you that one. Okay, Borgnine with the Limbo... Oh, yeah. Okay, check this out. The Limbo Maniacs, which is Brain, Merv, Butthouse, kind of Buckethead's introduction to the Bay was through those guys. They had a million cool bands like Curveball. And then they had Borgnine, which was a tribute to Miles Davis. They would play the funky 80s era Miles stuff and the 70s Bitches Brew era stuff. Dred Scott, piano player. I was supposed to play a gig with Dred Scott, and he was late to the rehearsal. I'm going to tell this story. I hope this is okay. I'm going to cuss. I never cuss. I always keep it clean. I'm going to cuss for this story because it's a very, very important part of the punchline. So he was late to the rehearsal, and the saxophone player. Let me see something here. Whoopsie. The saxophone player, who was the leader of the band, told us, well, he's late. I'm going to fire him when he gets here. And so when he got there, me and the drummer stood by the window to listen because we're like, oh my God, it's going down. And the saxophone player says, listen, Dred Scott, I can't have you in the band anymore. You were late. And Dred says, here, this is the cussy part. I hope it's okay. Listen, man, I called ahead. That's more than most motherfuckers would have done. I know. And that's been my excuse. I've used that excuse to this day. This was 20 years ago. Whenever you're late and someone's upset with you, just say, hey man, I called ahead. That's more than most MFers would have done. So back to my regular no cussing policy. All right, let's keep going here. Flipper, legendary hardcore band from San Francisco. Curveball, You and One Army. Jazz Night with Kenny Brooks, one of the greatest saxophone players in the Bay Area. Stone Soup, that was Tommy Hogg's band before he was in the Fabulous Hedgehogs, which is my band. He played in Stone Soup. Oh my God, this is amazing. And the Mighty Bushmen. If you've seen there's only two Fabulous Hedgehogs videos on YouTube, and Toke from the Mighty Bushmen put those up there. He's a good guy. These are all good guys, by the way, even Dred Scott being late. But that's more than most MFers would have done. All right, let's keep going. We're almost there. I think we're almost done with this. Oh, okay, because this is where it gets important. Idiot Flesh. Hold on. Berkeley Square, nightclub and restaurant, 1333 University Avenue in Berkeley. Idiot Flesh became Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum, which later became Free Salamander exhibit. Idiot Flesh was maybe the coolest thing you could ever possibly see on stage. They put on an unbelievable show. One of my most favorite bands, better than all these other bands. that I'm talking about. Idiot Flesh was. If you were there, you know what I'm talking about. Hugely influential. The Billy Nair Show opened up for them. I was in that band with Corey Maccabee. Oh my God, that's an important one right there. Let's see. New Model Army. That's a hardcore band. Not from the Bay, but I think. Flat in Manhattan. Funk thrash outfit. The Deftones. See, okay, here we go. The Deftones were starting to get a little bit bigger. Right here. The Deftones, Nuclear Rabbit, The Fabulous Hedgehogs, my band, Impact. And I knew the Deftones at this point. They liked my band. This is before they were famous. Strictly Roots, Native Elements, Circle of Vengeance. Those were our homies. They were one of the best thrashy Bay Area bands in the world. Jack Gibson from Circle of Vengeance now plays with Exodus. Oh, yeah. All right, what else? The Mighty Mighty Boz Tones, Flow, the Freaky Executives. Okay. Jay Lane played in the Freaky Executives. He was another original drummer from Primus. When Freaky Executives got a record deal, Jay Lane quit Primus for the Freaky Executives. True story. And then as y'all, you know, he ended up being back in the Primus later. He's an awesome drummer. Jay Lane, ladies and gentlemen. One of the greats ever to hit the tubs. And a nice guy. I know Jay pretty well. Too. I'm not to brag, not to humble brag, just saying. I know him. No big deal. Just that one guy knows Jay Lane. No big deal. THC, Modern Night at the Berkeley Square, yada yada, who cares? I don't know what that is. Why did I download that one? Salmon, Cradle of Thorns, Tribal Disco Noise, Containing Darren, Dubs, Studs Dazzle, who was the original drummer of NRG, which I was talking about, the band I was in from age 15 to 22. Salmon, they were a funk thrash pre-Limp Bizkit outfit that also played with the Hedgehogs a lot. Oh God, when am I going to get through these things? All right, almost there. Whoops. Berkeley Square, nightclub and restaurant, 1333 University Avenue in Berkeley. Vane, featuring Davey Vane, with drummer Louis Sonor, the drummer from Swallow My Pride, the drummer of the band I was in, the Mofessionals, Power Crazed Dictators, Brad Moon, Paul's God, funk thrash band, Sourpuss, JJ's band of Jackson Street Studios, Occam's Razor, Hawkwind, Sleep. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's a good example. Look who's opening up for Hawkwind. Oh, a little band called Sleep. No one had heard of them then. No big deal. Just some band from the Bay Area that no one ever heard of. Brown Fellinis, they were quite an important band in the very controversial acid jazz movement of the early to mid 90s of the Bay Area, which that one guy and Dog Slide was key players. Torque, Bone Crusher, not the rapper Bone Crusher. This is 20 years before that. Victims Family. Victims Family was a band from the Bay Area. They were a punk band that was ahead of their time. They kind of had a post-Minutemen awesome style, and the musicianship was top-notch. Primus used to open for Victims Family then. Primus got big and Victims Family would open for Primus. By the time I was going to Primus shows, Victims Family was the opening band. And only a couple of years ago, hold on a second. For this one. Only a couple of years ago, I noticed a flyer at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where I play. It had Nirvana and Tad and Victims Family on the flyer because they opened for Nirvana in 1991. Or maybe a little earlier. Could have been. I can't remember. Either way, let's see. Victims Family, Horsey, Dead Milkmen, heard of them? Why does this look cut off? Did I cut it off on accident? I hope I didn't. No, I think I'm good. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Okay, here we go. Wow, I know I haven't even looked at my audience here. Hopefully I didn't lose anybody. Why is it a little cropped? All right, either way. Torque, Bone Crusher, Victims Family, we've seen that already. Love Props, my ex-girlfriend's band. That's just because it was so long ago. No bad vibes, just 20 years ago is all. The Vandals, you've heard of them, right? Something Green, Merv, MCM and the Monster. Let's see who's coming. The Meat Men, Skank and Pickle. Ladies and gentlemen, Third Wave Ska from the Bay Area, Skank and Pickle. From the South Bay, San Jose. Anything else? Okay, this was the one. See, this was the show that changed my life. This was the show that changed my life. It was an all-ages show. I was 15, and Primus was playing there with the Blue Chunks opening up. And I hadn't heard of the Blue Chunks. They came out, and they started with a reggae jam. It was like, doon, doon, boo, 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 boo. And then all of a sudden, the bass player just went into, and everybody just went crazy, especially me. And Primus, boy, oh boy, that was the show. That was the show for me. That was the one that changed everything. That made me go, oh, wait a minute. I'm allowed to do this? That was the one. Radio1Guy. That was the one. That Primus show right there made me go, wait a minute. Yeah, so, let's see, am I... God, we got more. Okay, hold on. we got more. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna burn through these. Okay, no, I can't burn through these. Look at this. Berkeley Square, nightclub and restaurant, 1333 University Avenue in downtown Berkeley. Agent Orange. No matter what you think or do or say, everything turns gray. 7 Seconds. She's mommy's little monster. Ever heard of that band? The Conspiracy, that features Adam Thies. He was in that band for a minute. This is at Ska Night. Ska Night had Billy Goat, The Conspiracy, Janitors Against Apartheid, Flat Planet. 7 Karma Fishers, I knew them, we played with them. Flower SF, I knew them, we played with them. Annualists, definitely knew them, we played with them. Suffocation, Bone Crusher, didn't know Suffocation. Heard of Bone Crusher, but not the rapper. Let's go to, okay, so Neo Soreskin, featuring Mike Mattingly, formerly of, you guessed it, Skank and Pickle, everybody. Life of Agony Fueled, Laughing Dead. Jeez. Okay, here's another one. Berkeley Square, a nightclub and restaurant, University Avenue, 3331, Berkeley. Xtal 5-year plan featuring the original bass player, Klaus Fluoride of the Dead Kennedys. Victims Family with Swallow My Pride. This is the most important one, this ad right here. So that's my band opening for Victims Family, the band that opened for Nirvana back in 1991. Dadge and Engineer, Funky New Culture, blah, blah, blah. Okay, look at this one right here. Look at this one right here. Fungo Mungo with NRG. That's the band with Darren Studd's dad, Dazzle Phillips. I joined that band when I was 15, and we did that for about 7 years. We got to open for Fungo Mungo because we competed in the Battle of the Bands with Fungo Mungo. They won, but then they asked us to open up for them, and we were like, what? And then Idiot Flesh again. I've already explained how important they were. Handsome Poets, Field Mice, Lasso, Curveball. L7, no big deal. And we pretend that we're dead. And we pretend that we're dead. I know, Damien. I know I've done this on a previous stream, but I didn't do all these. I only had this one ad. I had this one ad. But all the other ones I did not have. So to answer your question, yes, I know Les Claypool. That was pretty good. Let's go back to this. Hey, what's going on? What am I doing wrong? Hold on, let me try it like this. Oh, there we go. So yes, I know Les Claypool. So I didn't meet him back in those days. Hey, Keith MacArthur. I was hoping you'd pop in here. You saw me do this last time, but I loaded up like 23 more strip ads from the Berkeley Square nightclub and restaurant, 1333 University Avenue in Berkeley. And I wasn't even going to do this again yet, but then somebody asked me if I knew Les Claypool, and the answer was I didn't know Les Claypool then, but then I met him later. I got to play a festival with him, a couple festivals, and he's a really nice guy. That's what I'm trying to say. Mark Arthur Wyman joining us on our Facebook page. He was the piano player virtuoso extraordinaire in the tango orchestra that I played in. And we used to play every Monday at the top of the Mark Hopkins Hotel, and we go bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 bum. I miss you, brother. You're still in Amsterdam, I take it? I should have come to visit. Yeah, I was there last summer. Oh, yes, Sean Elliott's saying, I noticed Mr. Ferranti on the last one. He was a hit with the kids these days. Yes, Michael Ferranti, before he was Spearhead, was Disposable Heroes of Hypocrisy with Charlie Hunter on guitar. I know my voice just got a little higher. That's because this is kind of a big deal. They opened for Primus a bunch of times as a duo, the Michael Ferranti, Charlie Hunter duo. Power packed, y'all. Power packed. Aaron Reno says, hi, Mike. We missed you Sunday at Fairy Worlds. See you at Cervantes, though. Thanks for the slice of pizza. Oh, you're the person that I gave you. Was that the best pizza you ever had? I played at Fairy Worlds this weekend, and late night on Saturday before I left, I got hooked up with a beautiful personal pan piled pizza pack of peppers, and I gave Aaron a slice because I couldn't eat the whole thing. What are we kidding? Radio1Guy. Uh-oh. My batteries just ran out on my phone device. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad for a couple reasons. Whatever. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate you joining me tonight. I'm sorry I kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent. But that's what we do here at Radio 1 Guy. We go off on tangents. We don't mean to, but we do. Thanks again, friends. Whoops. Oh boy, I spilled some. Ah, that's no good. Radio, one guy spilled some. You guys forgive me, right? I hope so. Listen, friends, I appreciate you showing up again. Let me get down with you with a little gnar from the vague.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Enjoying some single origin, third wave, naturally processed coffee with me.
Third wave, single origin, V60, naturally processed.
It's the good stuff. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you joining me. Make sure you check my webpage for my tour dates. Doing. And hopefully we can catch you out there somewhere. I hope so. Oh, I hope so. Those are the tour dates. Write them down. Did you catch them? Oh. Sorry. Yeah, this is the places that I'm playing. Right here. Show up to a gig and we'll rock it old school. You'll be glad that you did and you won't feel like a fool because you'll make it to the gig and we'll rock all night and we'll smell like the ocean because we got into a fish fight. Fish fight, it won't be fair because we'll be 13D33 University Square. And University Square, Berkeley Square. We got the vibes and then we're keeping the dreams alive. Whoops. University Square. We're in a weird time signature. I'm gonna drink my coffee and I'll make sure that it's third wave single origin. Naturally processed, not from the ocean. Thank you, friends. And good night.
Radio1Guy transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
Magic Pipe-O-Matic. Sorry. Thank you, friends.